First reading of Senate bills. The bills listed on today's introduction calendar are given their first reading and referred to as indicated. Do I have to read the Senate files? Senator Gazelka.
Mr. President, I move that Senate files number 1 through 13 and Senate files number 27 and 28 be laid on the table.
All those on that motion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion prevails. Remaining under motions and resolutions, Senate resolutions number 3 and 4 will be referred to the Committee on Rules and Administrations. Remaining under motions and resolutions, Senator Gazelka.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that Senate concurrent resolution number 1 be adopted. And Mr. President, I'd want a roll call.
Secretary will read the resolution.
Senate Concurrent Resolution Number 1, relating to Minnesota's peacetime emergency, terminating the peacetime emergency pursuant to the authority granted under Minnesota statutes.
Senator Gazelka.
Introduced by Senator Gazelka.
Senator Gazelka.
Thank you, Mr. President. Do you want me to move it again before I explain it, or are we good?
You can go ahead and explain it.
So, Mr. President and members, this is the resolution that removes the governor's emergency powers. And members, we want to divide between the fact that we think that the COVID-19 is serious and the governor's emergency powers about how we handle it are two different things. And anybody, frankly, that's over 70 years old in particular should be very, very cautious about this virus. And with the surge that we saw this late fall, we know that it's very serious. In fact, on a personal level, my mother-in-law in the memory care unit that she was in ended up getting COVID-19, and she's in heaven. And my father-in-law right now has COVID. So we should pay attention to that. But this isn't about COVID-19, it's about the emergency powers. And it's frustrated many of us because we want to have a say in how we make decisions. And even as we negotiated the package that we're going to yet pass today, part of what we were hoping to do is that we have some oversight over those billions of dollars and in the future maybe billions again, that the governor by himself cannot just use that money, but he must get agreement from the House and the Senate. That is our desire, that's our goal, so that there's true oversight. And I do think that we will make better decisions together. And so with the vaccines coming out and the fact that we know what we're facing, this resolution simply removes the emergency powers, and we move forward working side by side, defeating this virus, getting the vaccine out, and getting Minnesotans back to work. And you know, there are many, many businesses right now that are just barely holding on, and then we're going to provide some relief as a result of that. But we just need to get beyond this, and we need to do it together.
Senator Benson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Has a roll call been requested?
No, there has not been.
I'd like to request a roll call.
There will be a roll call.
And Mr. President, if I may comment to the resolution?
Senator Benson.
Mr. President, the ending of emergency powers is more about cooperation and the citizen's voice being included. There are Minnesotans all over the state who stayed home at Thanksgiving to support our healthcare workers. That was really important. It is important that we understand what's going on in our hospitals and nursing homes, that we as citizens feel like we're included in solving this problem. But the governor's not telling us what data he's using to make decisions. Do we know what data is going to tell us when he can open up businesses again? Do we know how many businesses are going to just give up and be done, or frankly, run out of money in spite of the grants that we're passing today. Members, I'm on the LAC and I've sat through LCRC hearings. Did you know that there's language that holds on to COVID-19 funds until June 30th of 2021? That money's only supposed to be used for the time of a public emergency. Why is the governor asking for money to be kept until June of 2021? Don't you think we should know the answer to that? But he doesn't have to answer so long as we let him have emergency powers with no accountability from both bodies, the House and the Senate, from both parties, Republican and Democrat, and from representatives in the legislature and the citizens of the state. This isn't about a blanket approach to endanger the public. This is about the public understanding what they can do to help, like distancing, limiting the people that they visit with. But it's also about the government being accountable for the decisions they make. Shutting down businesses and then taking taxpayer money to keep them afloat doesn't help businesses make better decisions, doesn't help citizens feel engaged. We are a representative republic. The voices speaking today, asking for the end to emergency powers, just want the citizens' voice to move forward, to be as important as the other voices at the Capitol. Thank you, Mr. President. I will be supporting Senator Gazelka's motion.
Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Seeing none, the secretary will take the roll. Oh, yeah, good thinking. Where are they now? Put 'em. In retiring room, come to the floor. And the President's office can come to the floor to vote, please. Capital 206, come to the floor, please. And Capital 237. And Capital 303, please come to the floor to vote. Senator Kent.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Carlson votes no.
Carlson votes no.
Senator Clausen votes no.
Clausen votes no.
Senator Dibble votes no.
Dibble votes no.
Senator Dietzick votes no.
Dietzick votes no.
Senator Eaton votes no.
Eaton votes no.
Senator Franzen votes no.
Franzen votes no.
Senator Frentz votes no.
Friends votes no.
Senator Hayden votes no.
Hayden votes no.
Senator Isaacson votes no.
Isaacson votes no.
Senator Lane votes no.
Lane votes no.
Senator Latz votes no.
Latz votes no.
Senator Little votes no.
Little votes no.
Senator Newton votes no.
Newton votes no.
Senator Rest votes no.
Rest votes no.
Senator Simonson votes aye.
Simonson votes aye.
Senator Torres Ray votes no.
Torres Ray votes no.
Senator Wickland votes no.
Wickland votes no.
Mr. President,
Senator Kent.
Senator Sparks votes aye.
Senator Sparks votes aye. Senator Jasinski.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Goggin votes aye.
Goggin votes aye.
Senator Miller votes aye.
Miller votes aye.
Senator Ingebretson votes aye.
Ingebretson votes aye.
Senator Lang votes aye.
Lang votes aye.
Senator Howe votes aye.
Howe votes aye.
Senator Westrom votes aye.
Westrom votes aye.
Senator Jensen votes aye.
Jensen votes aye.
Senator Weber votes aye.
Weber votes aye.
Senator Newman votes aye.
Newman votes aye.
Senator Kiffmeyer votes aye.
Kiffmeyer votes aye.
Senator Chamberlain votes aye.
Chamberlain votes aye.
Senator Rude votes aye.
Rude votes aye.
Senator Anderson B votes aye.
Anderson B votes aye. All senators having voted who desire to vote, the secretary will close the roll. There being 40 ayes and 25 nays, the resolution is adopted. Senator Gazelka, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to a recess to the call of the President. We're still trying to get some documentation together, and we do have a retirement speech that we will use that time for.
On that motion to recess, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion prevails. Senator Hall, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. It's with great honor that I get my retirement speech. I might call it a forced retirement speech, but with my blood pressure have gone down now 20 degrees, I'm in really good shape, and I'm very grateful. So with that, you know, speeches most of the time give some thank yous, and I want to make sure I thank some of the people that really came to mind. Certainly my bride at home, who I totally adore, Valerie. She has put up with me in the time I've been away, even though I know she really likes it when I'm away. As I was this weekend, and I come back and she's just more happy than ever when I'm gone. Not when I return necessarily. No, but really, my 8 children, Aaron, Jesse, Ann, Ellie, Joy, Tommy, Glory, and John. They're all wonderful kids we got to raise. For those of you who don't know, we homeschooled them all. And, you know, my older 2 are lawyers. My youngest is off into Washington State, living out there right now, he just got out of graduation from college. So, and of course, I'm not going to name my 15 grandkids. Being here was absolutely an honor and privilege, and to work with all of you. And I'm looking at those of you even on the other side of the aisle. It actually was a privilege to work with you. Iron sharpens iron, and it was good. And I see those that are sitting here, including you, Senator Champion, down there over in the corner, trying to get some work done. it was an honor to be a part of this legislature for the last 10 years. But I would not want to, I can't say thank you to everyone, but I want to mention a few that come to name. Certainly, Senator Paul Gazelka has been my friend, comrade. We have office next to each other almost for the entire 10 years, and we had purpose for that, to encourage and support each other. I do see the old man here, Senator Limmer. Another one of the, I call great statesmen that isn't given enough credit for what he does around here. And then I want to go to, because I can't say everybody, it's just too many of even my colleagues on the Republican side. But I do want to say thank you to some of our staff, Mo, Rachel, Jimmy, some of my LAs, Jenna, Ryan, Judy, Carl, Brian and Craig and Bill, just some that come to mind, Stephen, that have helped me out because I needed a lot of help over the years. And, you know, a kid that grew up in the projects in southeast Minneapolis and then over by the airport, we moved around a lot with different fathers and a lot of baggage in our home that we have to deal with, as I think many homes do. But I've seen over the years that I have had many people in my life that encouraged me in life. I think of a friend of mine, Gary Lewis, who ran our YMCA, who eventually I worked for as a YMCA director. Some of my coaches that were mentors for me, my hockey coach, Clayton Freeberg, Jack Osberg, my football coach. These are men that stood for what I would call faith, family, and freedom. I'm still on Facebook with these guys. And of course, those people in my church that said, we believe in you, and you're going to do something someday, and, you know, well, maybe the Senate isn't doing something, but at least I gave it a try. But after 10 years, I also want to say thank you for those that challenged me. Senator Marty, you challenged me in life, and I appreciate that. Senator Pappas, it was a pleasure to get to know you. You were one of the people, you know, if you remember, I was around here as a kind of an adjunct chaplain for a while. You were one of the people I thought, wow, I'll never like her. You're so easy to like. I've really enjoyed our conversations. I'm sorry Senator Dibble isn't here. He would be one of those that I would say I really enjoyed getting to know. We have differing opinions, but I appreciate getting to know him. The same thing I have down here for Senator Latz. Senator Cohen, thank you. You were a joy to listen to, hear some of the history that was going on. I think the greatest aspect of being a part of this is when we can be civil and ladies and gentlemen. And that's the thing. We differ, but we can be ladies and gentlemen about what we're doing as senators here for our great state. Because we all have, if you don't know, 4 of my kids are Democrats. I always tell them, what in the world, who is your father? How does this happen? But we have lots of conversations about the same goal, just a different way to manage. And of course, I'm always right. I'm kidding, of course. But you, on the other side of the aisle, had the grace you extended to me for the issues that were important to me. Thank you for allowing me to share my views on the national motto, "In God We Trust." We had a great conversation about that, and I appreciate that. Part of that was the separation of church and state. There's 2 ideologies on that, and I think that's good to bring them out. Thank you for allowing me to pray in Jesus' name as a free country and as religious freedom and speech. Some people don't like it, but they allowed me to do that because it's America, so thank you. Thank you for letting me try to make Dan Patch our state horse. I think we got everybody involved with that one. Nay, there were some of those, yes. It was a privilege to be able to talk to school groups here. And I usually talk to them about the things I believe in, which was work hard, play fair, do the right thing, and expect the best in life. And in so talking to them about that, I realized that's what they want to know about. They want to know what you believe. And so I explained what working hard was, what playing fair hard. I explained how you find out as a fifth grader what is the right thing to do. Talk to your parents, your teacher, your priest, your rabbi. Find out what the right thing is to do. Read things like what the founding fathers put out. Read things like the 10 Commandments. I remember the first time I said that, I thought, can I say that to a school group? And I found out later that one of the teachers came over to me privately and she said, you know what you shared with those kids? She said, I've been coming down here 26 years and I've never heard any senator say anything significant. Thank you, she said, for what you shared. They want to know what you believe in. So with that, I want to promise something to you. As I go out, I look back with just great feelings. I had 10 years of the hardest job I've ever had, but also honored to be a part of this group of men and women that challenge each other, have high standards in life. I even got to like Senator Osmek. I mean, not too many people get that honor. Roll call, yes. And of course, Karen and Housley and I think eye to eye on things so much that we don't need to talk to each other. We know what the other one thinks. And I could go around to everybody, Pratt the Rat, I call him all the time. And I hope that sticks too, Pratt the Rat. But to say, my promise to you is what I told my challenger, opponent in the race, Lindsey Port. I said, I will pray that God blesses you in your position. And I want to say that to the whole Senate. I'm going to pray that God blesses you as a senator, as a representative, because that is the greatest thing I think you can have, is knowing that what you're doing is all good, because good comes from God. And so I want you to know that not only but I will encourage the state of Minnesota to be praying for you. And I think it's important that we all stand up for the things we believe in. And you probably see me around once in a while, because I've been told that once you're a senator, you're always a senator, I can come on the Senate floor. And so I may come over here once in a while just to bug you. Really, I won't be on you, Senator Marty. I'll just encourage you. So with that, what I really wanted to say was thank you. Thank you to our Sergeant at Arms, to our Secretary of the Senate, to our new President of the Senate, to our staff, and to my other legislative colleagues. Thank you very much.